Now then, welcome to the channel, Lake District and Wasdale. The part's just down there. Greendale, quite busy there, mind you. Late getting here this morning, my bed were too comfy. So the intention today is to do 3 Wainwrights. And I'm not sure if there's 1 or 2 Burkitts on the way around, I can't remember. I'll put them into information page at the end if there are. But yeah, 3 Wainwrights, Middle Fell, Seatallan and Buckbarrow. And then we're going to descend by just Naylor Cairn and then down over here somewhere, not quite sure. So yeah, pretty much straight from Cairn. It's steep up. So while we start climbing, we'll have a quick look at the route. So just there's a fork in the pass. You can go right and that kind of zigzags a bit, or you can go straight up by this fence, which is the way we're going. You can see behind us there's Winrig and Ilgill Head. Now the forecast for today was for it to start to clag in mid to late morning, the cloud to really start to thicken and drop, but it's not showing any signs of doing that. Over there there's Scarfell, that's in the Clag, but we're not going anywhere near as high as that. So we might be fortunate. I mean, I think our weather's coming from over that way and it's not showing any signs of getting claggy at the moment. Right upwards. So the main path kind of carries on as if it's going up the valley, but I think that just fizzles out going up that way. So we've branched off right to carry on the steep climb up the Middle Fell, upwards. So we're still carrying on up here steeply. I've had to delayer, getting warm already. Mind you, it is the first day of meteorological spring, so hopefully it'll start to get sunnier and warmer now. And just over there, I'll stick you onto the camera and show you. You can see our return route over there. I'll just show you. So there, I don't know if you can make out, just there's a notch right in the middle there on the skyline, and our path on our return route comes back down. I hope you can make it out there, crosses that little gill and then sort of contours round there and then down past that little clump of gorse and then comes down to the left and follows that ridge down. So that's our return route. That's looking over Wastwater. It's like a mirror is Wastwater. There's hardly any breeze at all. Charlie taking a breather. Right, so we carry on up here. Well, I may have spoken too soon about the hills staying clear. That's Seatallan and that's in the Clag already. And looking over there, the cloud base, it's just above Winrig. So yeah, we might be unfortunate. It might just be Seatallan where we're in the Clag. The rest of it might stay clear. And last time we were here, we were in the Clag on Seatallan as well. Oh, I don't think there's much further to go up this steep bit now. I think there's a bit of a kind of plateau before we get to the summit. Upwards. So you see there, the clag has dropped right down onto Middle Fell now, and that's Seatallan over there. So yeah, we're not going to get any views. It's only just above Buckbarrow behind us now as well. The intention was, having seen the forecast, to set off early this morning. The alarm went off at 5:30. Went downstairs, gave Charlie his breakfast, got mine and a coffee, took it back to bed. And I stayed there until about 7:45, I think it was. So yeah, if I'd have managed to get me lazy backside out my bed, we might have got some views. Not to worry, up we go. Well, I don't know where I got this crazy idea from about there being a bit of a plateau before the summit. Don't know where I was thinking of there. It's been relentless straight from the car. There was a little section back there where the gradient eased a bit. Oof. But now it's been up right from getting out at Cairn. We're nearly into Clag now. We're not that far from top of Middle Fell, and it's almost down to level of Buckbarrow over there now as well. On we go. So here we are, admiring the extensive views on Middle Fell. I've never had a view here, and although for official list keeping this is my second time up here, it's actually my third. First time I ever did it was on my mountain leader training. I didn't record it, and then I forgot all about it, so I have no idea what date it was. Hang on a minute, Charlie! Don't want him wandering off into the mist. Right, so irritatingly, this is one of them cases now where we drop right down off here, and then it's another steep pull up Seatallan. Right, so we're gonna drop down through the clag, and we might pop out of it as we lose some height. Right, down we go. So as you can see here, the cloud base is really low now. It keeps coming and going in. Oh, hang on, squelch a bit in the bottom of the valley here. So it doesn't look like we're going to get any views all the way down and back up Seatallan. Right, so I think what we might do before we head off up Seatallan is we might have coffee and a chew, because time's getting on. And if you'd like to contribute to the channel and help us out, there's that QR code there. If you scan that, that'll take you to buy me a coffee, and you can buy us coffee and a chew for a future episode. If you'd like to help us out bringing bringing more videos, that'd be much appreciated. Right, so see if we can get somewhere sheltered down here. We'll have coffee and a chew. So while we were having coffee, then I thought we might just be able to get a glimpse of haycock. The cloud kind of blew through a bit. It's over kind of that way now, so there's no chance of that, I don't think. Right, so we're just about down in the nearly lost my foot then. Down in the bottom, and then we start the climb up to Seatallan, which gets steep. Right, on we go. So we did get some views then of Greenburn Tarn and over towards Scote Fell. Oh, and we'll be going over that direction in a couple of videos time. We're doing New Barrow and Red Pike, and then dropping down by Scote Tarn. I think that'll be in a couple of videos time. Oh, hang on, just opened up almost to the top of Seatallan. Look, you can see it gets steep, but it doesn't last that long. I wonder if we're going to be fortunate with some views. There is some blue sky up there as well. Not judging by what's coming our way. Right, onwards up the steep bit. So we're at the base of the really steep bit, the final ascent of Seatallan, you can see behind us. Oh, it's not particularly long, but it is particularly steep. These views are teasing us as well. I'll put you onto the camera. Well, there was a bit of sun shining down there when I said I'll put you onto the camera, and it's gone already. That's what I say about we've been teased with the views. That's looking over towards Scote Fell, and then Red Pike, I think is over that way, and I think Pillars over there somewhere as well. Right, so we're going up there. Well, that's the steep bit done, and we're almost at the top of Seatallan now. And I was going to say, we seem to be momentarily out of the Clag, which exactly is what it was, momentarily, because we're back in it again now. Like I said, it's blooming teasing us. Right, not far to Seatallan. So that's Seatallan done, and we've just settled down by shelter for our lunch. Well, Charlie's had his and gone wandering off already. So yeah, we'll have lunch, and that's all climbing done now. It's just down to Buckbarrow, down to just Naylor Cairn, and then back down to Cairn. So yeah, I'm going to have my lunch, and then we'll head on off. Well, our lunch was pleasant there. Oh, and I couldn't believe it. I set camera up to do a time lapse. I sometimes do when we're having lunch, have a little bit of a 10-second time lapse or something like that, because it did keep clearing. Cloud kept blowing through all the time we were sat there having lunch, and it was recording the time lapse. It didn't clear, did it? About 2 seconds after I'd picked camera up and turned it off, cleared, didn't it? So I don't know what I'll show. I might have already shown you some, I don't know. And I'm just wondering actually if these conditions where we do keep getting some quite strong bursts of sunlight, and this cloud kind of below us. I wonder if we might be getting a Brocken spectre or something. It's something I've never had. All the years I've been out on the hills, I've never had a Brocken spectre. So I might have to keep an eye out for that if it does clear above us and we've got some cloud below us. Watch out for that. Probably not anyway. Right, so we're on our way to Buckbarrow, but we go over this thing called Cat Bields, and I'm not sure if that's a burkie or not, like I keep saying, but I'll put all information on at end of video. Yeah, right, so it's amazing, is this, the way it keeps clearing and coming back in. I mean, look, we can see where we're going briefly now. That's really good, isn't it? The cloud blowing towards us like that. Right, down we go. So we've dropped down out of the Clag now, and that's looking over Cat Bields and towards the Duddon estuary. It's quite a nice view, that, actually, isn't it? It's lovely and quiet. And then we've got the stunning view of Sellafield. Yeah, it's nice. It's peaceful now. There's been a lot of people on this walk today, doing pretty much the same route. You can see over Wainwrights and Hillgill Head there now. I'm not sure what them. Oh, will that be looking over to Coniston Range, sort of in between them, right in the far distance. Over there, it's in the Clag, but that's Black Combe. So yeah, I think that'll be Coniston over there. Right, so we'll get ourselves onto the mysterious Cat Bields. So that's us on Cat Bields. Probably best view at day so far as well. That's looking out over the Duddon estuary. And if we go right round this way, right round, that's where we've just been. That's Seatallan up there. Yeah, it's glorious. And then over this way, you can see over there to Middle Fell, where we were first thing. And behind that in the Clag is Scarfell and Slightside, and then there's Wainwrights and Hillgill Head, and then our next destination just down there is Buckbarrow. Right, so we might be able to have some decent views for the rest of the walk now. It's actually broken up as the cloud. There's quite a bit of blue sky up there now as well. So yeah, so down to Buckbarrow. So that cairn there, that's Glade Howe, which may or may not be a burkie. I can't remember. Like I say, I'll put all the details on the information screen at the end. Right, so we just have to drop down into this little dip and then up onto Buckbarrow. There's a blooming coach party on it at the moment as well. And there's a fella in front of us, he's been doing my heading all the way around. We've been kind of leapfrogging each other. And every time I've wanted to do some filming at the top of an hill, he's been there. Anyway, right, onwards to Buckbarrow. So where we are on Buckbarrow, if I take you over this way, pretty much see where we've been. I don't know if it'll come right round this way, but up there is Cat Bields, and then down to this last one that we went over, Glade Howe, and then beyond that, In The Clag up there is Seatallan, and then over that way, which is clear now, Middle Fell. So that's where we've been today. And then up there in the Clag is Lingmel, and you can't see any of these, but it's Lingmel, Scarfell Pike, Scarfell, and I think you can just make out, you can just see Slight Side there, and then Winrig and Ilgill Head. I think I've got them right way around. And then I don't know if you can see on here, you might be too low down, but you can see Wastwater down there. Nobody else up here, everybody else has gone on. So from here we head off over that way and try and find this Naylor Cairn, and then down that route that I showed you as we were on our way up. Last time we were here, we went down this way and we're supposed to be picking up a path that goes down by a gill. Me being the trained navigator that I am, we missed the path and we ended up scrambling down a blooming scree chute. So yeah, but there is a path going that way. There's that coach party's going that way. Maybe as if you've had a bit more training at navigation than me, you might be able to find that path down there. Right, so down here to Naylor's Cairn. Well, I completely forgot to say, up there on Buckbarrow, that was a major milestone for me. This happened, look, it was my 200th Wainwright, second time round. So yeah, only 14 to go. This is a map of my last 14 to do, second time round. So I'm hoping to have them done. I think it's going to be 8 more videos, I think, to finish them off. And then the focus is then going to shift to completing the outlying fells and burkets. Now this here is a map of my remaining outlying fells, of which I've got 62 to do, and this is a map of the remaining burkets, which I've got 49 to do. But one of them I'm pretty sure I'll never do. If we zoom in a bit, see this little bit of red peeping out there, that's Pillar Rock, and this is Pillar Rock, and it's a full-on climb, and it's a burket. So whether I'll ever get to do Pillar Rock or not, I don't know. So I might fall short by one on completing the burkets. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening for the rest of the Lake District. Oh, that was squelchy. The rest of the Lake District hills anyway. And I've got a few holidays planned this year. I've got 2 to Yorkshire, one of which I'm going to do the 3 peaks, but I'm not doing it as the 12-hour challenge. I've done that, I can't remember if it's twice or 3 times. I've done it both ways around, I know that. I'm going to do one a day and just stay in pubs, which will be good, won't it? And then I've got another trip to Yorkshire, and that's going to be, I can't remember if that's 3 or 4 days, but that's based on walks in the Wainwright book, Walks in Limestone Country it's called. So that's another trip. And then I've got a big road trip to Scotland, which I'm really looking forward to, as long as the weather plays ball. So we've got 2 nights on Mull, 2 nights on Skye, then 2 nights near Ben Nevis, and then 2 nights, I think it's Crean Larrick, on the way back home to do the other Benmore. So there's a Benmore on Mull. So we're going to start and finish with a Benmore, do Blaven on Skye, hopefully Ben Nevis via CMD Erect, and then the other Benmore to finish. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be in the height of midge season there, so I best stock up on smidge, is it called. Right, so that's what we've got planned for the rest of the year anyway. And I think doing the Burkitts and the outline fells, that's going to take me pretty much rest of the year to finish them off, I think. Right, so we'll continue. This is great now. So we'll continue down towards this Naylor Cairn. Right, we'll see you on our way down there. So here we are at Naylor Cairn. Now, although it's known as Naylor Cairn, it's not actually dedicated to Naylor. It's dedicated to Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mother. And the story is that Naylor, I can't remember if he either built it or repaired it on the day that Queen Mother died. So yeah, it's known as the Naylor Cairn, but it's dedicated to the Queen Mother. Now, if you don't know who Naylor is, or was, sadly, he was a well famous fell runner that lived down in Wasdale. Yeah. Oh, hang on, there's a bit of an inscription at bottom at Cairn here. Hang on, let me show you. There we are. So it was rebuilt by Naylor to celebrate the life of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, 30th of March 2002. So yeah, that's Naylor Cairn. And it's great here now. Look at these views that we've got from here. Looking over Wastwater to Winrig and Ilgill Head. The big boys, look there, Slight Side and Scar Fell, they're still clagged in. Middle Fell, that's getting a little touch of cloud on it again at the moment. I'm not sure what that one is you can see through, is it? Will that be Red Pike, or will it be Scope Fell or Pillar? I don't know. I'll have a look at map when I get home, and I'll put name of that one in cloud on them. There's Seatallan, that's cloud free now. Right, so we've got to find this path that takes us down there. And there is a cairn there, look, so we'll go to that and see what we can see from there. So we're on this quite clear path now coming down here, which I'm assuming is the one we could see from over the other side as we were on our way up. But to get to Naylor's Cairn, you have to veer off the path. I was that busy gabbing to you and telling you about our summer adventures. I was just following that path, and it took us too low, so we had to climb back up a bit to get to Cairn. So yeah, there's no actual path going up to Cairn, but it's just a short walk off the path, and there's no issues to get to it if you want to go visit it. But this is glorious now, absolutely fantastic. I'll give you another spin round. So that's Middle Fell, where we were first thing, and we went up. Can you make out the path going up the ridge there? And that path that I said, I don't know if you remember, as we were on our way up where we forked right to go up the ridge, I said the path going up the valley, and I said it fizzles out. Well, it doesn't, because I noticed as we're on our way up, you can go straight up that valley right into the hills, but you'd miss out Middle Fell, and that's looking over Wastwater to Winrig, Ilgill Head, and there's nobody coming down here. It's been quite busy most of the way around, but since we arrived at Buckbarrow, everybody else had left and they'd all gone down other way, so yeah, there's nobody coming down here. So we've got it all to ourselves, and it's glorious. Right, downwards. Well, she wasn't bothered, was she? Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm loving this path. This is a new one for us, because last time we were at Buckbarrow we went off path down west. But no, I'm really enjoying this, and it's lovely and quiet. It was a bit steep back there, you have to be careful coming down there. It zigzagged its way down a bit. That's a lovely view back up that ravine, isn't it? And that's where we went this morning, up there. Yeah, really nice. Right, so we'll carry on sauntering along here. Well, this is a great route down. I can thoroughly recommend this. And that's a nice little waterfall behind us as well, isn't it? And that's where we went up this morning. Yeah, loving this. And there's an added bonus coming down this way as well if you've parked at Greendale, because if you go down to the west from Buckbarrow, you've got quite a long road section back to Cairn. Well, it's just in front of us down here. So yeah, thoroughly recommend this. And it's quiet. There's one more person coming down the well behind us up there. They're still on that steep section up there. But this is brilliant. I'm loving this. It's turning into one of them don't want to get back to the car days after the clag on the top, which was a bit of a shame. We've had decent views anyway. I mean, this view we've got in front of us over Wasdale Screes. Brilliant. Right, down we go, and I'll sign off soon when we get down there. Well, it would a bit slippy just there. It'd have been good if I'd have caught myself going flying on camera, wouldn't it? It's dried out a bit now anyway. Right, we're nearly back down to Cairn now, unfortunately. Look at the views. Look at that. I wouldn't have liked to have been on big boys today. Look, Scarfell and Lingmore still in the clag, and they have been all day. No, loving it. Down we go. Well, we're almost back at Cairn now, so I'm going to sign off. And this path coming down from just Naylor Cairn, I can recommend this. It's been an absolute delight. I mean, it was steep at the top, but it's kind of zigzagged its way down, so just take your time, be careful. Yeah, absolutely loved it. It was a shame about not getting any views right on the tops, wasn't it? But I think the rest of it has made up for it. It was a bit busy. Well, all the way from leaving the car, really, all the way around to Buckbarrow when we came down this way. In fact, I just see people that we saw on Buckbarrow coming along the road now. So I say, if you go that way, you've got quite a long road section to get back to Cairn. This way, you're straight back at Cairn. Yeah, can recommend this. It's been brilliant. So, hope you've enjoyed it as well. If you have, please do the usual. The liking, subscribing, ring the notification bell, commenting, sharing, all that usual malarkey. And hopefully, see you on the next one. Ta-ra!